So, I hope that when you were thinking about the land and the area around here, you had a chance to imagine native peoples here long before the European settlers showed up, the early veterans from the Revolutionary War who then bought the territory and built this structure behind me, this iron furnace, in 1791. The villagers who lived over in the duck pond, now the sewage treatment plant for the university and for State College. This land around us has been reshaped in many ways. And in fact, what we're looking at now is just the upper half of the iron furnace. The rest of the furnace is below us, buried by the fill that came off the building of College Avenue, which is what you're hearing behind me right now. I hope you also notice this old road. This is the old College Avenue, which was abandoned in the 1950s when the new 4-lane highway was built. So in all these ways, this land has been made and remade many times in the last couple of centuries. But let's focus on this, the iron furnace. Now, we find iron furnaces throughout Pennsylvania. And in fact, they left their name behind in various places. Valley Forge, for example, is where there was a forge for the working of iron. Center Furnace, Greenwood Furnace, Pennsylvania Furnace are all places where there were furnaces like this one to make iron. So why do you need a furnace to make iron? Well, you start with the iron ore, and to get the iron out of the iron ore, you have to heat it up. So you need charcoal, and then big bellows, which were attached to this building and run by water power. There was a stream running right here. These bellows then would heat up that charcoal and create enough energy to melt out the iron. But you also needed limestone. Limestone then attached itself to the impurities in the iron ore, and that would flow out one channel in the bottom of this furnace, while the heavier iron flowed out another channel. So, again, 3 things go into an iron furnace: charcoal, iron ore, and limestone. Now, charcoal is made by cutting down trees, and so the Pennsylvania forest, Pennsylvania, became the Pennsylvania desert. And this area was wealthy in iron ore, limestone, and wood, and the woods that were attached, all the acreage that was attached to this furnace, allowed for enough wood to make charcoal. That extra land, some of it was donated, 200 acres in fact, donated by Moses Thompson, an iron master who worked here and lived for almost 50 years in the Center Furnace Mansion, donated that 200 acres to found Penn State. So this structure is intimately tied up with the history of Penn State. So I want you to spend a little time now making sure you understand the production of iron, the 3 things that go into it, and how manufacture of iron back in the 18th century was different from the manufacture today, which is based on a coal product called coke.